So, I finally gave Kirby Air Riders a crack today. This is one of those games I saw so many people online praising, even amidst the whole anti-Nintendo grift that was going on YouTube last year, which is funny because even the people who are grifting off of Nintendo hate were saying this game is fantastic. And I gotta say, the praise is 100% warranted. This game is great. I'll be the first to admit it, I'm not somebody who has played a whole lot of Kirby games. I enjoy the Kirby games for what they are, but sometimes I never get around to being them. One game I know for a fact is a fantastic game is Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, but I never got to finish it, likely because of it being a Metroidvania-styled Kirby game, and when it comes to Metroidvanias, usually I have a hard time committing to them. The only Metroidvanias I willingly beat were Metroid Zero Mission and Metroid Fusion, as well as Metroid Dread, a game that I still believe is an absolute fucking banger. What caught my and many others' eyes at the time was that this was a title that was directed by Masahiro Sakurai, which funny enough is a bit of a full circle moment considering the last Kirby game he directed up to this point was Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube, which was the title this is meant to be a sequel to. I never got around to playing the original Kirby Air Ride mainly because I rarely, if ever, dabbled into GameCube emulation and didn't get to play it. I knew of its existence, and I knew for a fact that the most popular game mode was City Trial, which was what Smash Run in Smash 4 3DS was similar to. But outside of that, I never knew too much about it, until I saw Sakurai himself talk about it on a little retrospective of the games he's worked on his YouTube channel. I and many others have a lot of respect for Sakurai and his work, especially after being in the hype cycle for Smash Ultimate, and playing through Air Riders, and keep this in mind, I only played for a good bit, and this is only first impressions, I have to say, this is another fantastic game Sakurai has directed. Air Riders is one of those games that feels like it's building off of an existing game, but also aiming to make it more fleshed out and more expansive, and way more fun. The Air Ride portion, I found to be surprisingly in-depth despite the simple control scheme. Sea Trial, I can see why this is the most popular game mode from the original, even though I don't think it is exactly the same, but any Kirby fans, feel free to correct me if I am wrong. And I also enjoyed a bit of Top Ride, which I believe was considered to be a bit of a throwaway in the original, but I appreciate that they included it anyway regardless. I think I have to give Air Riders way more attention because I feel like I could talk about it way more. When it comes to first impressions, yeah, this game is great. Would I recommend it to anybody? Well, I definitely would recommend it to any Kirby fans, though I am unsure if I could recommend it to a newcomer. When I played through Air Riders, I really do feel a lot of Sakurai's energy was put into this project, especially the whole design philosophy he's had with Kirby ever since Kirby's inception, being a simple to learn but hard to master mentality. And I'm happy that this game was the game that encouraged Sakurai to return to Kirby after doing Smash Bros. For a long time. If we're going this long without a new Smash Bros. On the Switch too, I think this title will help the wait. And frankly, the man has earned his right to direct a title like this after what I imagine must have been a huge amount of work done to make Smash Ultimate with all the characters that game had. And thankfully, this game also is not receiving any free DLC to be added later as this game is considered content complete. Which I'm glad because I am a little tired of Nintendo games adding content later as an excuse to release a game unfinished. I mean, sometimes it works fine, but other times it's Mario Strikers Battle League. But I'm getting ahead of myself. If you want a different take on a racing game, and if Mario Kart World doesn't tickle your fancy, I recommend giving Kirby Air Riders a try, especially if you're a fan of the GameCube original. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. See ya. Bye.